the morning, the first thing we cut to is Mac is teaching sea vehicles in the morning, and we have Kells. You have a kind of like a training suit on. It's more of a wetsuit kind of idea. You're back in the same pool as the war games we're in. Now there's a few jet skis. They're called what are they called? Hydro skis. There's a few hydro skis set up, and then there's also some things in a way to kind of make like a race course is what it looks like. And everybody that is training there, there's a few people there. There's a woman named Nora and somebody named DV. And there's one other person. What's his name? Scott. There's three other people standing there, and then Mac kind of comes in and he stands in front of all of you on like essentially a platform that's kind of overlooking the pool. And he goes, we have a new recruit today. Oh, Kipp's there too. It's not like he went home or anything. He's still training and all this and stuff. He's silent. like you can't tell if he's sad or tired or whatever. He's just completely quiet. And he's just kind of staring ahead. Hard to tell what his emotions are with that fucking skull face. But like he's just there. And Mac standing at the podium above the pool goes, we have a new recruit today. I'd like you all to meet Micah Lastings. Micah, if you would. And he kind of ushers you to kind of
toes claps.
Steps out. He's like, Micah, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, well, it's so good to be here in the water with the military and my friends, Kells. Who else did you say was in the room? Zed?
Kipp.
Kipp.
No, Zed is not there, actually. This is
okay.
Cepheus.
Don't wave at me and confuse me.
And then it's just Kipp and Kells and then three other people you've never met before.
And I give just a little bit about my background. You know, I worked a lot on more land vehicles, but I'm excited to, learn a bit more about the big, deep ocean.
Sounds good. You've come to the right place then, he kind of jokes. Have you ever driven a hydro ski before?
Once. Some
might say, he looks directly at Kells, they're the motorcycles of the ocean.
Yeah, they say that.
You turn to everybody in the line. They say that for sure.
I've heard that.
Scott just kind of goes, oh yeah, I've heard that. Yeah. And he goes, today we're gonna have a hydro ski race just to see the basics of if you know what you're doing with a hydro ski. It's the most basic of all the sea vehicles that you'll be working with here at the OTEC facility. We're going to be going in teams of 2 to have dual races together. And then we're going to have a tournament style approach to it. And we'll see who's best at what and who needs a little bit more teaching to go down that road. How's that sound?
Sounds wet.
Clap again.
Scott kind of sees you and he wants to clap too, but then Nora and DV just kind of look at him and he's going, I'm just happy to be here, guys. Scott seems like he's kind of brand new. Nora and DV are giving Kipp and Kells a little bit of a stink eye because they were the sub-jocks of the previous war game. DV was the one that became a net runner, and it looks like he's decided against net running. And Nora was the sub-jock pilot. So with that, they're going to start seeing tournaments. So first up, we have Kells and Kipp going up against each other on these. And Kipp just kind of looks at the ski jock, and he looks at you. He's like, I don't have to do this, man. You're like a brother to me.
Just tap out. Tap out? Can you do that here?
We go against my rocker code. I can't do it. He gets onto the sub-jock and immediately capsizes it. It's like, yeah. Okay. So, Kells, I want you to roll sea vehicle tech.
Okay, 21.
So this your hydro ski is an interesting little vehicle. It's not just a jet ski with a cooler name. The thing has a couple weapons on it, and they expect you to use them on this course to get around certain debris and stuff that's part of the thing. Also, they can go underwater for a bit and come back up if they need to. So this race looks pretty cool because it's like you're both like doing underwater for a second, shooting shit that's in the way and everything. Unfortunately, Kipp, the first debris thing comes up and he doesn't think to submerge. He just doesn't know he can, and he just smacks into it and just never really recovers from the rest of the race. But you manage to get to the ending and win basically by default. Kipp just kind of just goes. He just kind of sits down.
I'll pat him on the back.
He sits down at the edge of the pool and kicks his feet in the water. With that, we have Micah versus DV. DV just kind of looks at you and he goes, "You're a big tech guy, right?"
Should I be offended by that?
I mean, yeah, there's a big difference between tech and piloting.
Oh, no, Yeah, I guess.
See ya there. And he gets on his hydro ski and like revs it up, and he waits for you to get on.
I take a moment and kind of give it an overview, make sure I kind of know where everything is. It's a motorcycle of the sea, huh?
Well, not.
Scott just goes, "Yeah, they say that." Scott, shut the fuck up. Roll me sea vehicle tech.
12.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's a pretty decent race. You guys are pretty neck and neck for a little bit. But then you manage to just barely break out ahead at the very end. And you win against him, and he kind of like slows down into the thing, and he's like, "Got pretty lucky there, punk." Maybe you won't be so lucky next time. And then Scott's just like, "You're out of the tournament, shut up!" And just like,
I see why they say that now. A little bit.
And DV gets out, and he just kind of he gives you a bit of a stink eye because he didn't want to lose. He thought he was the bigger pilot here, but it turns out he's been outmastered. And he gets out of the pool.
There are a
and
few bigger pilots than me.
a couple, just a few. And now it is Nora and Scott are going, and the race is pretty intense. But Nora thinks to use her guns on Scott's vehicle. When she like breaks for a second, gets under some debris, pops back up and shoots Scott's vehicle, and Scott's vehicle like kind of goes under, and he's like, no. He has to like swim out and everything, and Nora ends up winning. So the next up is Micah versus Kells.
Oh, I'll tap out on this one.
Oh my, just not even gonna go for it?
No, I'm saying that in character when they announce it. Go easy on me, bud.
I'll try.
Oh, you just roll. I was just like, oh, you just know. But yeah,
I'm not gonna be
go.
aggressive and try to take him out. Just try to speed through it. Yeah, same.
Alrighty, roll me your sea vehicle ticks.
16.
11.
Ooh, it's not a bad race. Well, I mean, you can just go ahead and describe it if you want, like how you pull it off.
I feel like we've probably raced some night racing on our motorcycles here and there.
True.
And I feel like Kells has always won. And since this is the motorcycle of the sea, it's kind of what I expect.
Natural.
I'm not surprised at it
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, Micah's almost more taking time to kind of test the limits of this vehicle, the weapons, the turning, how fast it can dive and merge and such.
So you're just taking an opportunity to learn it, is really.
Yeah, like I'm not letting Kells win, but
You're making the most of. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like that's a thing. Yeah, you would definitely do for sure. And then the final match is Kells versus Nora, who plays dirty, as you've seen. She kind of like comes up to you and just like, you were in the Subjock in the war game, right?
Yeah. We flew into the water and that was about it.
He just like it kind of checks you out for a second. Just nomad?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. What's your clan?
The clan is the
Wow, you didn't have that offhand.
Schmuckies.
Never mind. Forget it.
Squid Strikers. We were the Squid Strikers.
Oh hell yeah, that sounds kick-ass.
Yeah, we were
You
pretty
sea-based? You sea-based?
cool. Oh yeah, we were deep sea based, ocean platforms and all that.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to this.
Yep, we'll see how it goes. And she's like legit a pirate. Like, roll me your sea vehicle tech.
You spend luck before or after?
Before.
I will spend 3 luck.
Now remember that's per chapter, not per
Yeah,
session.
it's fine.
Okay.
I'll spend 2.
I was about to say that's
I'm gonna
a lot
fucking blow this woman out of the water.
A thing that means literally nothing in the grand
Means
scheme.
everything to me.
Alrighty.
23.
No, she got 14. Okay. So she tries to pull some dirty tricks. Like she gets out and she manages to do like a 180. Cuts the engine so that she's still gliding in the direction she needs to go, and tries to shoot at you from her hydro ski, which doesn't have live ammunition. It's still set up for the war game, so it's still got like laser ammunition that would shut your hydro ski down if it were hit. That's why it caused Scott to go under. But like she kind of shoots at you, but then she kind of loses control of her momentum, so she has to turn back around, and in doing so, you manage to power forward through her and. Well, what do you want to like?
Kells doesn't go for her. Kells is trying. He typically doesn't fire while on vehicles, but he's starting to try to practice that. So he's using the guns a little bit to blow through the debris there is, but he's trying to take the quickest, shortest path to the finish line.
Makes sense. So you just kind of blow right past her, and the wave from your hydro ski, because you're going full blast where she's drifting, just kind of like knocks her over enough that she tries to gain momentum, but it's just too much weight on the other end, and she flips, and she gets out of the water, and she's like, nice. And flips her hair back.
I'll flip my hair back. Yeah, it's the motorcycle of the sea, you know. It's natural.
And McDonaldson gets down from the platform, and he's clapping. He's like, that was great. You did a great job there, Kells. Kipp,
Thanks.
Kipp, we have things. Don't worry. There's things you could do. You don't have to be a pilot. There's so many things you could do on a sea vehicle. You could be maintenance. You can be weapons. There's
Shanties.
You kind of like, yeah, sure. And Nora goes like, Scott's just happened to be there. He's like, he's just like, we'll get you some training in there. You look like you'd be a good weapons guy. Let's put it that way. Micah, you did pretty good. You went up against apparently the best, and you still did pretty decent. So, not bad at all. Yeah. Well, is there any part of a sea vehicle that you might want to specialize in? Would you like to pilot? Would you, or was maybe maintenance something you preferred? Or
yeah, maintenance seems more like my specialty and a good bit safer. So I'm all for that.
And are you, say, about subjects? Like, do you care about submarines, or would you prefer our new scuba suits? A new scuba suit, you would know because you're more of a tech kind of guy, is kind of like a mech suit that goes underwater. So it's like this gigantic kind of like warframe kind of thing that goes over your entire body and operates more like you're just in a big suit underwater, as opposed to like a submarine, which would be, you know, an actual vehicle. This is more like just a big suit.
Gotcha. My eyebrows will go up a little. You know, I've always been interested in the new suits.
Well, we can get you training on one of those. I mean, that's a sea vehicle, so it's in our jurisdiction. It's not like it's not a sea vehicle. So, we could definitely get you into one of those, I'm sure.
Sounds good to me.
All right. And with that, I will train some of the people who came in other places, just kind of help people out with the hydro skis, see if you're interested in that, in becoming your vehicle of choice, or if you'd like a more team-oriented vehicle. But from there, I want to say that at least Kells and Micah, you are dismissed from the section, unless if you would like to train some more. Obviously, the pool is open to you if you would like it.
I look to Kells.
I'm game with just checking. I don't need to do like specific training, but can we just like check one of these things out and like
Yeah.
Just kind of pilot it around the base?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have submersibles that are in the if you'd like to come with me. He kind of tells you to kind of like, he tells everybody else to just kind of stay in the pool. They can play on like essentially play with the hydro skis if they want and stuff. And he's like, yeah, if you'd like to we have the submersibles that are connected to the base, so they're connected to the outside of OTEC training facility. You're free to rent one out and kind of explore a little bit with it, get used to it and everything like that. It's got a distance meter on it, so you can't go too far with it, of course, but we will allow you to just kind of explore the actual ocean with it.
Sounds good.
A little different than a training pool, if you know. And he kind of brings you through like kind of these like back hallways that are usually a bit more for the faculty than they are for what's it called? Like just random cadets walking around and everything like that. And you he kind of walks past a hallway and you hear somebody talking on a phone, and it sounds like Frank. And he kind of hangs up as he sees you coming down the hallway, and he goes, "Oh yes, is this the sea vehicles?" What's it? Mac is just like, yeah. They're gonna go use one of the outdoor submersibles, and he was like, "Fantastic. Good on you." He looks. Frank looks a little like almost like awkward and walks away. Like he was having a very serious conversation. And like suddenly you all walked in on it. He's like, "I'll be seeing you then. Good training."
Yeah. All right, man. Just walk by.
Whatever, fucker. And yeah, you. So how would you like to do this? Would you like to have your own vehicles, or would you like to?
I'll take one with Kells if I can.
With Kells?
Yeah, I think the sub is probably the one that I have the least experience with.
Sure, yeah. You take probably one of the OTEC sharks because you're looking at the lineup of subs they have, and you recognize the shark because you got to pilot it at the war game. You probably pointed out to Micah, and you both kind of have like a day looking at like marine life and stuff that's around the bay. It's not much because they did manage to clear this section of the bay out to make it so that it's actually like nice, but you can see what looks like kind of just like a wall of like just gross like oil or chemicals or something in the water. But in this little kind of vicinity, you do get to see some marine life that they've managed to kind of like almost like a small zoo bring to this little section that's lively. Gotcha. And like keep around.
Once we're kind of a good distance away, I'm gonna look to Kells and I'm gonna cut the power and take a second. Like in driving this, does it look like it's bugged?
Oh, like as if no, I want to say they
like, other than just a manual radio,
there is a manual radio, yeah, but it's not like it's always on or anything. It's not like again, you're not in like a prison or anything, so it's not like they really.
Oh no, yeah. I get that. Micah's a paranoid, of course.
Exactly, yeah. No, I figured that. Yeah.
I'll turn to Kells and say, so what kind of alert are we on here? Like, I know Casper's had our back so far, but everybody's got an angle. What do you think the deal is?
I don't know. I mean, we're just getting a lot of training for what seems like I think we're going to a party ship after this, like an abandoned party ship is what they told us. And just kind of chilling there, as far as I know. I'm only like, I think Zed was probably paying more attention than me, but I think they're just training us pretty hardcore to guard all these bases for some sort of military corpo nonsense.
So this is them cashing in the favor, huh?
Oh yeah, I think we had to do this. Yeah.
Cool. Well, hopefully it'll be uneventful. I'm not quite ready to get blown up. In fact, I think if we need to make a hasty escape, we can probably override the distance lock on those water skis.
Yeah, maybe take. I mean, we were out here. Let me take a look real quick.
Yeah. I'd like to kind of figure out if there's a way that we could maybe take one of these vehicles and override the safety if we want to make a break for it at some point.
Well, so the vehicle you're currently in, probably not. It has like a limiter on it. I mean, in theory, with a good enough tech and like the ability to like kind of really mess with it for a long time, you might be able to get that limiter off. However, not all the submarines are like that. It's just these ones that are used for essentially just for like cadets to just kind of play in the actual ocean or experience the actual ocean. But they have like real submarines, presumably. Like the place that you're gonna be going to is a submarine facility, so they have real ones with no limiters on them there technically. But yeah, as far as the submarines at this location go, at least these in this dock, yeah, they got limiters on them. Probably not a lot you can do to get rid of them, but there's probably ways around not needing to. So
okay, sounds good. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Micah then.
Hey, Kells will just kind of pilot it around, kind of mess around with the controls.
Sounds
Stuff
good.
like
You play in the ocean. With that, we cut to underwater weaponry combat. It is the next. It's still the same day as the Kells and Micah day. Madison is there, and also Lux. And then there's one other guy whose name is Chuck Strong. He's the guy that was in the war game against Lux that was also the underwater combatant. He's already suited up in his wetsuit as you two come in a little bit later. And he's like, I according to the thing, it said to be here at this time. Was I early or what?
Buddy, time is useless, so I don't know why you're bringing this up.
Madison's just like, nope, you're right on time. And,
yeah, that.
What how do you think it went last night, Lux?
Great.
So
delightful.
Madison still thinks you're pretty cool, is basically what you're saying.
I mean, that's like up to you.
Okay, well, I
She's your NPC.
I wasn't sure if maybe thinking about Zed ruined things or something. I don't know, but so you get in to the thing, and Madison just kind of turns to you and she's like, "All right, sweet cheeks, why don't you get yourself into one of those scuba gears?"
Lux kind of stands there for a minute, and she's like processing, like, did my instructor just fucking call me sweet cheek?
Did she just do that?
Did she just do that here?
She's absolutely somebody who would call her conquests pet names.
Great. Lux will kind of just like side-eye her and go forward. Where am I going? What's happening?
Basically, she wants you to suit up. So essentially, you get into these scuba gears, and just to kind of describe them a bit further, because last time I panicked and maybe just said it was just like a wetsuit. It's kind of like, so you have like a mask on over your mouth, and it connects to a tube behind you, and that connects to like, obviously like oxygen tanks and stuff that are on your back. But those are connected to like, it's like a wetsuit with some mechanical parts on it. As you figured out in the war game, there's like buttons on the side that you can kind of maneuver, like using either like cyber links if you have them, or just manual buttons on the actual things. Just mechanical parts that allow you to boost and kind of move around underwater. And there's also like kind of a magnetic belt that you can attach your guns to, so you don't have to always use them. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
I'm okay with this. But like and also you have like these gloves that have retractable webbing, so you can use them to swim faster if you need to in a manual thing. Same thing with your shoes are just kind of like flippers, but they're kind of like I guess just water shoes that have the ability to have like a tiny flipper on them. They're not like those gigantic scuba.
Oh, okay. So I'm not like waddling.
It's you look very, let's say, like stylish, I guess you can say. It's like a scuba suit made by like a fashion company almost. It's very sleek, very aerodynamic and stuff, but also pleasant to look at as opposed to tech performance to look at. And Madison gets the three of you in the water, and she's just kind of coaching you. She's like, all right, and you're talking through like the rebreathers. They have like a radio and stuff. She's like, all right, everybody, just want you to get more used to these scuba suits. Today, let's see. Today we're going to be using some Militech UAWs. And she kind of points to the guns that are on your magnetized belt, and she pulls them out. It's the exact same gun you used in the war game. It's a spear gun that has also a machine gun attachment on it. And she's like, these you'll be using probably as your main weaponry. They're not as big as the badasses, like the multiple torpedo platforms, but we'll get to those another day. So what I want you to do with this is I need you to see if you can hit every target underwater while we pump in chemicals into the water. You're going to need to use your scuba suit in order to keep the chemicals out of your suit and from affecting you, while also seeing if you can actually physically find the targets, because the chemicals in the ocean make it very hard to see 5 feet in front of you. It's like swimming around in fog. You got that? And Chuck just kind of like nods and like bubbles come out of his thing, and he looks over at you. He's like, I bet you I can get more of them than you can.
Lux just laughs at him.
It just looks like a bunch of bubbles coming out. All right, so here's how we're gonna do this stupid little mini game. You're gonna roll. Basically, you're gonna roll a d6. You have to just keep rolling until you get 6s. If any one of us gets 5 6s before the other one, that one wins.
Oh my god!
So essentially. Roll. Oh, I got a 6. That's 1. Roll. Oh, I got a 6. That's 2. Roll. Okay. That kind of like that. Whoever can get the 5 first wins this little mini game.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready we go. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Oops.
I got a 6.
I did not. Oh my. Chuck Strong not doing so strong right now.
Boy, howdy. Please.
Might be 3 6s.
Okay.
Okay, 1.
6. Or 1.
How many is that for you?
2.
Okay, there's 2 for me. 3 for me. Oh.
3.
It's a race. 4.
4. Oh god! Damn it! 5!
You got it? Okay, yes. I didn't get
the 5th one.
That was
terrifying! I've never rolled dice so fast in my life!
I was about to say, that actually works pretty well.
Oh my god, my heart!
Chuck goes to shoot his final one, but then it explodes before he even pulls the trigger, and he goes, and he looks over and he sees you, and you're like, Madison just goes, that's what I thought. Good job. So what do you think of the scuba gear? What do you think about it?
It's great. I think. What else can it do other than make me move faster?
Well, it's not just that it can make you move faster, it can make you move in a direction faster. So say you need to go down really quick, and you see her, she's got like a cyber link to her gear. She just kind of goes and just like moves down really quick in like a burst. It's almost like you can boost in any direction you want. And then she kind of boosts back up, but does a barrel roll as she does it. It's like you can do some pretty fun, neat tricks. You gotta watch your ears popping though.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is pretty cool, isn't it? And she kind of boosts to you and kind of gives you a little bit of a hug. And Chuck's just like, this is favoritism.
Lux is totally gonna like spin around and like wink and like.
It's like, all right, you did pretty good. If you like, you can play around with the scuba suits. Otherwise, we're just gonna kind of do a couple drills now. With the scuba gear and these UAWs, and we'll run that test a couple more times. And if you have any questions, you can let me know.
Cool.
Sounds good. And she the oohs. And yeah, you all three of you just kind of run that test a few times. Madison joins in too to try and see if she can beat you. Roll me a d6 really quick.
I got a 6.
Oh, so did she.
Fuck!
Wait, roll
What does that
again, one more
mean?
time. Roll again, one more time.
I'm scared now. That's a 5.
Okay, so you managed to beat the teacher.
Ah!
She's like, I'm gonna have to make you pay for that later. you can hear the wink, but you can't see it because of the scooping.
I hear it though.
The wink is implied. The wink is silent. And yeah, it's just mild, like, not mild, really aggressive flirting mixed in with like ocean training combat.
Amazing.
And with that,
breathtaking.